Hi guys, welcome back to Same Teams, Different Jerseys. You have your editor-in-chief, Sonia, my co-host, Hannah, and then my husband and the host of the show, Damian. It is his birthday, so a big happy birthday shout out to Damian.
He's 50, by the way. He's old.
He's officially a big 5-0. And that's why I wanted to do the introduction.
Yay.
So I do actually have a question for y'all before we get into our nonsense. I had a question on one of the TikToks that I was watching, and I was actually really interested to see what everybody's answers were. Well, let's say that stealing stealing was legal for an hour. Just an hour. What would you steal and why?
What would I steal and why?
Yeah.
Do you get to keep it after the 24 hours?
Yeah.
Like there's no charges, there's no nothing. It's just yours
it's just
forever.
because it's legal for.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on.
And it's only an hour.
Do you have to? Okay, so it's not like.
Oh, an hour.
Yeah.
So I don't have time to drive somewhere I want to be.
I mean.
I have to choose Kingman.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
bitch.
Well, let's imagine, right? Like, I don't know. I wouldn't steal anything out here near me, but like if I was where I want to be, I know what I would steal.
Okay, let's imagine you're where you want to be.
Okay.
Gold bars in Fort Knox.
It's funny. There was a few of those comments.
Really?
That's the most money.
That's it. Just how many gold bars?
Hell, you only need about 10 and you're set for life.
How heavy would that be?
I have a truck. I could get a lot of gold bars in the back of that truck in an hour.
I feel like you're going to be fighting with a bunch of other people who are also going for gold bars.
You're not. No, because now you're into a whole weird scenario of.
Now you're into like purge territory.
Yeah, no, this is like perfect scenario.
Okay,
like,
so if I was
in your way.
I want to be, I would just steal a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom house with a 2-car garage.
Yes, but the gold bars could get you.
Why? When I could just go steal it instead and.
But wouldn't you want your truck now to go with it and all the other stuff?
If I'm already there, then I'm fine. I'm set.
But this is the thing. This is the thing that works in Hannah's favor, because while she's busy stealing the house, her and the kids could go get whatever.
Yeah, Amber and the kids can go do what they want to go do. I'm just gonna be like, look, I'm going to this house that we've always drive by it, and we're like, man, this house would be perfect. We've looked it up online. It's 4 bedrooms. It's 3 bath. It's big. It's nice. I'm gonna go and make it mine. It's fucking mine.
Because you can't. I can't steal Scarlett Johansson.
Whoa. You can't kidnap people. I said stealing, not kidnapping.
Yeah.
But no, I
feel like I feel like we're so bland. Like, you want gold bars. I just want a nice house that I didn't have to pay for.
So the podcaster, it's You Should Know podcast with Peyton and Cam. And Peyton said he would go to Chick-fil-A and steal as many chicken sandwiches as he could get his hands on in an hour.
That's lame. They'll be bad by the time you finish.
I mean, yeah, but he's always hungry, so it makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, you put them in the freezer, you're okay. Just keep them cold and insulated, you'll be all right.
I think I would steal, I think I would go to bad people's houses and just steal their dogs. Like, oh, your dog's on a chain in the backyard and it's never been inside. Okay, my dog down.
Oh, my mind went.
Such a sweetheart.
My mind went very warped. I had the worst.
You can obviously tell that we were not meant to be criminals because we're like the basic shit. Like,
you're stealing a house.
Oh, I'm gonna go to the nearest bank and I'm gonna steal all the money out of their vault. Like, no, Sonia wants dogs. Damian just wants some gold bars from Fort Knox, and I just want a house.
It doesn't necessarily have to be Fort Knox. I know there's 2 places. There's Fort Knox and another one.
You know what? Let's go steal a nuke.
Now, what are you going to do with it?
I'm going to barter with government.
No, did you see what they did to Mandani? They'll just come and take your fucking ass again.
Yeah, what's going on with him, speaking of?
Nobody cares. Nobody
cares. I think it just kind of died out.
He's not doing so hot.
Think of all the things that have come out in the news since we took him. Like, that news story was buried
I don't think
quickly.
anybody cares enough to kind of find out.
Wow, it's kind of weird how Trump or the Republicans released the Epstein files once all the Bandani stuff was getting hot. He just was like, "Here's the files," and then fucking, it's like throwing a grenade
Wait.
in a room.
Mamdani is the new mayor of New York, right?
I mean, not Bandani. Sorry, my bad.
You're
Are you,
talking about the
are you talking
Venezuela
about Modelo, the guy from Venezuela?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Modelo.
they're all communist.
I've just named him after a beer now because I don't know how to say his name. He's Modelo.
Yeah, Modelo. Okay, yeah, him. That got swept under
Okay. I thought you were actually meaning Mamdani up in New York, and I was like,
no.
isn't he like raising taxes of billionaires and like
he's actually
taxing everything?
He's raising taxes of middle class and up. You know, like he said he wasn't going to, but
oh yeah, because nothing's free. So
because people always believe communists and socialists when they talk because it sounds really pretty.
Because it sounds good on paper.
It sounds good. Yeah, it sounds good in an opening speech. And then when they get into office and find out, well, how the fuck am I going to pay for all this? Oh, I'll just take it. And
yeah, money's got to come from somewhere.
Yeah, it doesn't grow on
that stuff blows
food.
my mind. Like, don't get me wrong. I am extremely envious of like rich people, right? Like, there's some people who live down one of our streets, and it's just like 4 or 5 houses right there, and all of them are on like an acre, butted up to like a fucking pond. And like, I just watched one house, and they just had like 20 fucking palm trees brought in to put in their backyard. We don't have palm trees out here. I don't know where the fuck you flew your palm trees in from, but I know it was expensive. And they have
Arizona.
like 20 of them. Probably Florida, it's closer.
Yeah.
But they have like 20 of them in their backyard. They all have like these big 2-story like mansion looking houses. Like one of them has an RV garage plus a fucking 3-car garage. Like their houses are beautiful. They're big, gated, brick walled, fucking beep beep to get in and out. Like they're nice. And I'm super envious because it's like, fuck man, I would love to like have a house that's like doesn't
Ginormous
need
and a
any,
half.
but not even ginormous. Like I don't want all of this. I don't want to have to fucking clean all that shit, right?
Yeah, but
like,
if you're that rich, you pay somebody to come in and clean it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But like I don't want anything crazy, right? Like I just want a nice house that I don't have to be like, oh, we need to pinch pennies and rub them to fucking together so that we can get a new sliding glass door. We have to live off of top ramen and coffee for the next 3 weeks so we can save money and get a sliding glass. Like, I don't want to have to do that shit.
Do you need a sliding glass door, Hannah?
Yeah, we need a new one. Ours is old. It's bad. I'm pretty sure it's like the original that was in the house in 68 when it was fucking built. Kind of like our windows.
Oh.
Okay, but I don't want to have to take out a third fucking mortgage on my fucking house that I already pay for in order to fucking get a goddamn sliding glass door. So I would like just enough money to like
be comfortable,
be able to buy a house that doesn't need all this extra work, right? Just to make it more livable. I wouldn't like to have to stress about how much money I spend on groceries. Like, I'm not asking to be able to own a fucking Lamborghini or Maserati. I'm cool with what we got. I just would like to be able to comfortably afford it.
So y'all know that I'm into cars. Just so you know, in the car world, a Maserati is called poverty rich.
Because a Maserati for me would be fucking rich. Okay.
Yeah, because Maserati, actually it wouldn't, because you can pick up a 1 or 2 year old Maserati for like 18 grand. They are like literally not worth the tires that they ride on. They used to be a real famous brand back in the 60s and 70s. Like Maserati used to be a thing, and they've gone downhill in the past 30 years so bad.
Okay. Either way, I don't want a Lamborghini or a fucking McLaren sitting in my driveway.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, those are good.
All right. I'm cool with my Trailblazer and my fucking minivan. Now, if it'd be cooler if they were paid off, but
yeah.
I guess
that'd be $900 in my fucking pocket. But
I feel good where I'm at. Actually, Sonia was really upset with me yesterday.
Bro, this fucking guy has been.
Let's just imagine real quick that this is a cup of tea.
Okay. So Damian and I, right, we're going on vacation in March. And so he's been stressing about money, right?
Oh, yeah, we should probably let our
Stressing.
listeners know that, like, however long you guys are out of town, we won't have an episode.
So from March 6th to the 22nd, there will not be a podcast.
So 2 weeks.
We'll be out of town for 2 weeks.
2 weeks, no podcast.
Yes, 2 weeks.
The
no
world
podcast.
better not explode.
It will. But we won't know it because we'll be in Vermont.
We'll like take notes and shit like when we, because
I'm gonna be calling you guys and be like, find really good internet. We're getting on our phones.
We've tried that. It doesn't work.
Yeah, right. Anyway, so we've been stressing about money, penny pinching, budgeting, like the whole kit and caboodle, right?
Yeah.
This motherfucker tells me that we've got more than enough in savings to make the trip there and back and have work done on his car. So he's been stressing me out. And I mean, like I've been like borderline sick for the last like couple months, right?
Yeah.
Just not feeling, just not great, just enough to just be an inconvenience.
Yeah.
Because he's been stressing me out about money, just to come out and find out, no, we're fine.
So yeah, some work needed to be done on the Corvette, and I was pissed off. I was pissed off that it happened, and it takes $3,500 to go to Vermont and back driving comfortably. So I've been saving up money in the whole 9 yards, and then
stop sleeping in hotels and just sleep in your fucking car.
No, sorry. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to, Hannah?
Oh, I heard that. I can't tell you how many times I have slept in like the back seat of my fucking trucks or in the driver's seat of my cars because I refuse to pay for a fucking hotel.
You're looking at a person that for his back and forth to work car is looking at a 2023 Cadillac.
Yeah,
we know. You're fucking bougie. I know.
Anyway, so
I know everybody blames me for being bougie, and I'm like, no. Look at my husband. Like
it's
my
Damian.
Santa Fe.
It's Damian.
My Santa Fe, I was totally happy with my Santa Fe, right? Loved it. Loved that.
Your Santa Fe was pretty bougie, I'm not gonna lie.
Here's why. We had a Honda Civic, and I was like, love this car, right? Great gas mileage, super reliable, loved it. David was like, oh, 100,000 miles. We got to trade it in. Fine. Traded it in for a Santa Fe.
Okay. 20K miles, and he was like, it's got to go.
70. It was
70,000 miles.
Yep, 70,000 miles. That's got to go.
And he was like, got to go. So now we have the truck. And he's already like, yeah, when we get to that point where we want another truck, I'm like, I'm totally content with my truck, thank you. You get whatever the fuck you want. Leave my cars alone. Stop. So it's not actually me.
Look, anyways, are you guys looking to adopt a grown adult? Because my Trailblazer is about to hit 70,000 miles, and I could really use a new car.
So we're sitting.
I cook really good. Just saying. Ask your husband; he stole like multiple of my recipes.
Yes. So we're sitting in the truck on the way back. Oh, hold on. We're sitting in the truck on the way back, and she's worried that we're not going to have enough money to go home because now the car's broken. I got to drop it off at the whole 9 yards. And
he threw like a 45-minute temper tantrum.
Yeah.
Just to be clear.
And you're a woman. I'm convinced Damian's a woman in a man's body.
So she looks at me and she was like, well, how much is it going to cost? And I was like, well, the first part of it was only like $320, just the oil stuff, but all the other stuff, because it needs brakes, it needs a sending unit, it needs a couple things. And I was like, well, as long as it's under like,
just a couple things.
It needs, as long as it's under $1,500. And she looks at me all stressed out. And I was like, oh no, we have like almost $6,000 on us. And that's when she yelled at me.
Do you want to donate to the poor? Money for the poor.
But we have that much money because I stress out about money.
And because you don't have kids.
Right.
I will here in about 2 months.
Okay, but that's just one. It's fine.
I will trade you all three of yours, and you could take care
I'm
of
not saying that
mine.
your child is not. Okay, we'll get into this when we get into our topic. I'm not saying that your child is not. I don't want to say a handful because that sounds
No,
wrong.
He's a handful.
No, that's not rude.
Yeah. Okay. It just sounds bad, right?
I'll say it for you.
Because of his disabilities, right? Yes, he does need more attention. But yes, that comes from more attention from you guys. But like, it's only one. That's only one extra mouth to feed, right?
Oh, I don't know, dude.
3.
That kid can eat for
puts down some food.
My boy can eat for fucking 3 too. Okay.
Yeah.
The dude be getting triple cheeseburgers anytime we order food, and he eats my fries, his fries, and his sister's fries. And he's still like, does anybody not want their food? And I'm like, Bro, where the fuck are you putting it? Because y'all just seen him. He's this
That was
big
my
around.
brother's too.
He's this big around.
My brother's, we used to call my oldest brother the food trash can, the food disposal.
Yeah.
Because he would eat everything that nobody wanted. He was like, here you go.
Yeah, dude, I don't know where the fuck he puts it because he's this big around. His arms are as big around as my fucking wrist. His legs are as big around as my arms. Like, he's a twig. I don't know where the fuck he puts it.
I want everybody to know that my wife is sitting there completely dressed, covered up. Oh, that's why. Oh, why is the temperature to 65?
Oh, well, I had the heat down to 68 because I had all the windows open because it was hot in that back bedroom.
Do you want the temperature turned back up?
Who turns the heat on and then opens windows?
Well, it was up at 72 and it was fighting, so I turned it down to 68. And it was only
Who turns
because
their heat to fucking 72?
Well, that's normally what we live at.
The highest our heat goes to is 70.
No, ours is 72.
No, ours is 70.
And if it were up to me, it would be 74.
Yeah, if it was up to me and I was living alone, my heat would run at 75 all throughout the winter because anything below 75 is freezing.
Some of us aren't a fucking lizard.
Bro, I have my office at work. Bitch, I got that the window heater thingy. I got that bitch at 80. I've got a space heater down my feet at 90. Like, the
Bro, I have a like that pleather seat, right? Okay, I have a blanket on top of it because the pleather gets cold, and then I have a space heater at my floor, and then the air in the room, I have it set all the way at the highest heat it'll go, and I'm still freezing at work.
I got my jacket off in the car. It's 49, 50 degrees in Bullhead. My window is all the way down, and that's how I live.
That's how Amber is. No. I go to and from work, but heaters are on. And
so, just so that everybody knows, the reason that I'm in a blanket is because we have to leave the back door open for the dog. Otherwise, he'll tear up the door frame. Ugh. It is 39 degrees here right now.
How hot is it?
We're expecting rain, and it's going to drop down into the 30s here in the next couple of hours.
It is 72 outside right now.
I would kill for 72 right now.
We're getting a cold front coming in Sunday through Tuesday.
Yeah, we watched a TikTok about Texas bitching right now that they're going to be cold.
Ugh, I hate it. Anyway, Damian, I have a new recipe for you, by the way.
What is that?
So you did the pizza on the garlic bread, right?
Yes.
Chicken Alfredo on garlic bread. Chef's kiss. Not even kidding. My daughter found the recipe for it and we made them. Oh, phenomenal. I didn't think they were going to be that great, but they were amazing. So you do the garlic bread and then you melt your mozzarella on there. You put your chicken and then you put just a little bit of Alfredo sauce on the top of it. Put it in the fucking oven for like 10 minutes just to melt your cheese and heat everything back up, right?
Oh.
Amazing.
Well, that's basically what she does. She puts, she eats her chicken Alfredo, and she has so much sauce that when she's done eating it, her plate is full of sauce, and she just takes the garlic bread and
just clean up the bread. Yeah,
that's a real Italian right there.
I didn't.
You gotta eat all the bread and all the sauce.
I actually have never done that.
No pasta though. Okay, no pasta. It's just the bread, mozzarella cheese, chicken, and sauce.
I bet you could hollow out the garlic bread.
And put noodles in there?
Yeah, why not?
Well, I should have done it with like real garlic bread like that you get from the bakery, but we just did the frozen ones that are like but yeah, because of the hard bread at the bottom, yeah, you could probably hollow it out and put noodles in there.
Once we learned the real bread, we haven't when's the last time we've had frozen garlic bread?
Oh,
it's been forever. We buy our Bashes here, the grocery store here, Bashes. They sell like pre-made garlic butter, and then we just buy their fresh loaf of bread and fucking make our garlic bread.
I would do that if I didn't have children where, I don't have time to like do all that shit. And my kitchen's not fucking big enough. And we have a conventional oven.
Convection?
Is that what it's called? Convection?
The convection oven is what you want.
Yeah.
No. I don't know what this thing is, but it's not like a normal oven. It's an oven in the wall Okay, it's not an oven like below your stove, and I fucking hate it.
Oh, that's the one I want.
Not for one. For one, it's this fucking big. Okay,
Oh,
and for two, it just it
you don't like
sucks. I hate it.
okay.
It just fucking sucks. I'd rather have the oven below my stove.
So, once you get into, like, professionally cooking, they all have the dual ovens in the wall, and that's where the ovens are, and that's, like, the fancy ovens.
Okay, I would like that if it was a normal sized oven, but again, my oven is this big. I couldn't even cook a full-blown turkey. Like, if we were to put a turkey in there to cook for, like, Thanksgiving, I wouldn't be able to fit an actual turkey in there.
See, normally what those are is you have that little one that you have, and then above that is a full-size one. So you have the little one below it that you can cook
For like the sides and stuff.
for the sides
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff, and then the top one would be for the turkey and shit like
Yeah,
that.
no. One, I couldn't fit, like I wouldn't be able to fit a pan in there this way. So, like, we have a large, like, cookie sheet, right? The longer one, what is like a
Yeah.
9 by 13.
Yep.
I can't fit my 9 by 13 in there because the 13 inches is too fucking
Oh my
long.
god, that is tiny.
Yeah, so I can't cook anything on there certainly because when I put it in there, I have to, like, angle it.
You're gonna
So that it
have to
slides in.
take a picture of it and send it to us because I gotta see this thing.
I'll have to measure it too, so
Have the dimensions.
or I'll have to put my 9 by 13 in there and be like, "Look, see at the angle? It's nice, right? It's great." But it cooks so I don't know, it just cooks funny, like, I feel like it cooks unevenly, like, we put, like, muffins or cookies or whatever in there, right? And we dial it up to the temperature, we do the preheat, we do the bake, and then we do the time or whatever, and what I really fucking hate is that in order for the oven to be on, the fucking timer has to be on,
Oh, that's
and
old
it
school.
yes,
That's like a
yes,
'60s oven. That oven is the
but it's
original
but it's
oven.
new. No, it's newer. It's newer because it's, like, stainless steel, really nice, like,
Oh,
when we first got
wow.
into the house, like, it had all brand new everything, minus the fridge is ours. But, uh but yeah, so, um it's almost like it doesn't cook like, the heat doesn't flow all the way so that everything cooks evenly. It's very weird.
I wonder if the heating
Ah,
elements need to be replaced down there on
I
the
don't know.
bottom.
mm,
So this
I
was a
don't know.
fun conversation for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. So, going into your
parenting.
guys' handful of a child, shall we
Yes.
divulge into
yes.
Yeah.
parenting?
So we have my stepson, Damian's son, and then Hannah has 3. And so for those that haven't picked it up from the last like 7 episodes, so he is officially 19. He is just out of diapers like 5 years. He was fully potty trained at 14.
No,
Um,
he still doesn't wipe his own ass. So I
yeah,
want
but you don't
he
have to
goes
put him
to the
in diapers
bathroom.
anymore.
Yeah, he knows
Yeah,
to go to the bathroom. Just when he's done pooping or whatever, he
you
just
have to be
gets up
done on
and
the spot
walk.
with it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
just gets up and leaves. He's
He
done
is low functioning autistic, so he's always going to need a caregiver, right? He's always going to need somebody there to watch after him, and he's diabetic, so
with
you can't
Pica.
just with Pica, which
What's
for
pica?
anybody that doesn't know, Pica is a
Yeah.
nutritional deficiency that essentially causes kids to put everything and anything in their mouth.
They eat everything.
Literally everything. If it's small enough to go in his mouth, it's gonna get swallowed to the point where he's gotten. We bought him a Nerf frisbee once, and he ate that.
Wait. Okay, wait, hold on. So pica, does
Yes.
that mean, like, his body like, he's never satisfied in food? Like, he is
No.
constantly hungry? Or, like,
So
what is pica?
so it's literally no matter what, no matter how many vitamins you give him, no matter how many supplements you give him, his body doesn't feel like it's getting enough nutrients from the food that he's eating, from, the vitamins or whatever. So his body, instead of trying to,
Like, so instead of his brain telling him, like, "Oh, hey, we're full, we're done eating, like, we don't need anything else," he doesn't have that?
yeah, but like vitamin wise. So like, you know how like when you're on your period, you feel like extra fatigued and you just feel like
Yeah.
really just meh. So for him, that's a constant. His body's just not producing the nutrients that it needs. So he tries to find it in other things. So you're gonna have to zoom in a little bit, honey.
I mean, I can read it. Do you want me to read it?
Go ahead.
So pica is an eating disorder characterized by the persistent craving and consumption of non-food items, i.e., dirt, paint, hair, with no nutritional value. It commonly affects children, pregnant people, and those with developmental disabilities. It can lead to severe health issues like intestinal blockages or poisoning requiring medical evaluation. Common causes often linked to nutritional deficiencies, iron and zinc, developmental disabilities, or sometimes boredom stress.
So his
the
autism
show
actually
Mhm.
increases his pica because he's very texture oriented,
Yep.
and much like babies, that when babies want to know what something feels like, it goes straight in their mouth.
Yeah.
He never got out of that.
So the
Okay.
show, My Strange Addictions, where some of the people eat like drywall or
Hair,
yeah,
paint.
yeah, it's
There was
essentially
that
the
one
same
lady that
thing.
was into, like, the Febreze spray stuff.
Mhm. So
That's
it's
just
essentially
weird.
the same thing. And so I mean, it's to the point where like stuffed animals,
Okay.
plastic, and obviously not all of it. Like he's not a pit bull. So like he
Or
doesn't
a goat.
destroy everything. Yeah, or a goat. So he doesn't destroy everything, but we do have to kind of watch like how little his toys get, stuff like that, just because there is that risk of him swallowing it and having that choking hazard.
Right, especially because he doesn't have the intellectual or developmental skill of his age,
Right.
right? Like, Damian has said that he's a 1-year-old in a 19-year-old's body.
Yeah.
So his toys, I'm assuming I mean, I know I've been to your guys' place once before when he was there, and I know, like, he was running around with his leapfrog.
Yeah.
Which is not common for somebody of his age, right?
Right. So, and that's the other thing
So
too, is like, so he's very like technologically, I mean, he could jailbreak anybody's phone. Like it's wild. Like, I don't
yeah,
know how he gets into people's phones, but he does. He's gotten into complete strangers' phones, and goes straight to YouTube. So he can operate that, but he can't vocalize like how he's feeling when he's sick. He can't vocalize that.
Yeah.
So
does he talk
yeah,
at all?
I mean, he says
Just
words, but they don't really mean
yeah.
anything.
He'll
Right, so, like, he can't come to you and be like, "Dad, I haven't pooped for, like, 3
Right.
days."
no. He'll just walk by you and say blue or red or apple or
Yeah,
cow.
I know yellow. Yellow's a big one.
Yep, yellow's one of his
Yellow.
favorites.
Yep,
Yep.
yellow. Yeah.
So because of that, depending on the day, there's screaming, there's fighting, there's disobedience, I mean, he still has like teenage fits, I guess. Like he'll slam the door in our face like a teenager. But it's like a 5-year-old mentality doing it. It's really hard to explain, but
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not the teenager boy, like, having a teenager tantrum and, like, cussing
Yeah.
you out, slamming the door. It's like a
Right.
5-year-old who's mad that you took his toys away, slamming
Yeah,
the door.
Exactly.
that
Yeah.
and trying to the best way I've ever explained to anybody is take any desire you've ever had.
Yep.
Like anything you've ever, if you've wanted to like for men usually understand, if you just saw a beautiful woman and wanted to just walk up and grab her boobs, he will do that. Like there is no like, oh, I'm not allowed to do this.
No,
So
he
if
hasn't done that in a really long time though.
it's been a while. He used to do that though.
Yeah.
But there's nothing that if he wants something, he just walks over and takes it.
Yeah, there's pizza on the table. I want that. That's mine. And
Yeah.
he'll walk over and grab it.
If he wants to go somewhere and you're in the way, he's bulldozing right through you.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're in the way. You're blocking what I want, and
Yep.
that's a problem.
Yep.
Right now. And everything has to be instant.
Yep.
There is no waiting. There's no patience. Whatever
Yeah.
he wants it right now, this second. And if he doesn't get it this second, it's World War III.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, and like I said, he doesn't know what's right.
He does to a point.
Yeah, to a point. But one of the funniest things is he can say colors. We were leaving Jersey. It was like one of our last days, and we had a friend come over, and our friend is black. And he came over, and Eric, we were watching Eric at the time. He walked right up to the guy, looked at him, and screamed. He was like, "Black!" And the guy was like, "Yep, I am," and giggled and ran away.
That's
like,
funny.
yeah, that's what he does.
Have you guys tried to like associate colors with like feel? Like, is that a thing? I don't know. Like, is that a thing? Like, what I mean, like, so, like, if you notice that he's, like, sad, like, you can associate it with blue, like, is that a thing he would comprehend?
No.
No?
But he can
Oh, okay.
identify colors, like, like, the little plastic cups and then, like, the little bears, the little colored bears.
Yeah.
He can sort those. He can take a blue bear, put it in the blue cup, a red bear to the red cup, like,
Yep.
he can do all of that. So,
Yep.
he has
He
a
can
basic
spell.
concept of he can spell, and if you spell it wrong, he will tell you, depending
Yeah.
on what it is. So he has a basic concept of, like, what the colors are, but it seems more like he doesn't really care to do any kind of work with us, when he's here with us. Um, so and the older he gets, the harder it is to kinda keep him focused, so
Yeah. It used to be that Sonia and I would equally lose time off of work,
yeah.
and now it's gotten to the point where I'm basically the one that for the 3 months he's here, I stay
Yeah.
home.
Well, yeah, you kinda have to, right? He's at that age now, he's a teenager boy,
Yeah.
right? Or, well, now he's an adult. And you're saying, like, he'll go poop, but he won't wipe, so what's
Yeah.
more appropriate at his age now
Well, Sonia will still
of
clean him.
Y
Like,
y yes, yes, I know, right? But, like, you look at, like, if he can't wipe his own butt, right, I'm assuming he does not shower himself, like, he needs
Right.
no.
some type of assistance.
That
Right.
was actually a big deal. There was a time that she used to shower with him because you have to go in the shower with him,
So
and
much
you have to
easier.
shower him. It's just easier that way. So you just got in the shower and you showered him. Well, Sonia
Clothed,
used to
I'm assuming? Like,
Well,
no.
he was, like I think he was still pretty little at this point.
I mean,
oh, okay.
I still jump in the shower with him.
Well,
Like, I don't
that's
think
you
nothing.
guys are boys, like, that
Yeah, so I
you know
shower
what I'm
with him.
saying?
Well, Sonia used to do that too. She'd jump in the shower and shower him real quick. Until one day that she's showering him and looking at him, and his eyes with a grin on his face aren't looking the way they used to look.
Yeah.
They were like
Right, now he's
looking her
looking
up or down.
Right.
He's looking
yeah,
her up
now
and
he's
down.
looking as a teenage boy or
Right.
about to be a teenage
Yeah.
boy where
She
he
yeah, she got
because
out of
even though his IQ and his mental capacity is still lower, like,
yeah.
everything else is still the same, right?
Right.
Like, his hormones are
Yep.
still gonna go the normal route,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
His brain isn't gonna be like, "Oh, we're 2 mentally, but"
No.
so we don't have that, like, no, that's still gonna happen. He's
He's
still
still
a
a horny
teenager boy.
teenage boy. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's still a
Yeah.
horny yeah, she jumped out of the shower she got out of the shower, yelled for me, she's drying him off, and she's like, "Last shower for me.
Done.
I'm
Yeah.
done."
Definitely.
He's starting to
So that's what
look
I'm
at
saying, like, it makes more sense that you would stay home with him because there are certain things that because you are a man and he is a man, right, that it's
yeah.
less problem causing, I would
Yeah.
guess, in a way, because, like, you're not gonna be showering him, and he's
Right.
not gonna be like, Dad."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if
he
it's mom or stepmom, he's gonna be like, boobies." You
he
know,
yeah,
like,
he
because he
does
doesn't comprehend that this is mom
yeah,
and this is my stepmom, like, that's totally inappropriate. He just understands,
right.
"That's boobies. I like
Yeah.
those."
Yeah, and he does actually masturbate. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't, like, finish the masturbate, but he plays with himself all the time. But he's also he knows enough to go in another room.
Yeah,
Like,
he knows enough to go into his bedroom and
he won't walk
even if he
around
won't
playing with it.
close it, even if he doesn't close his bedroom door, he gets very, very quiet. And,
Yeah.
like, so you kinda know what's going on.
Yeah,
And so you just kind of respect that it's happening, and you just kinda, like,
yeah, and
Yeah,
if
it's
you
not
let
gonna
him
walk
do
check
it.
out.
if you walk
Yeah.
into the room, he's very embarrassed. Like, he'll be sitting there and he'll have a plastic toy or something, and he'll be using that, and you'll walk into the room and you'll be like, "Eric," and he'll, like, drop it and, like, pull his pants up real quick, and, like,
Yeah.
he's, like, completely embarrassed of it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
there's certain things that
There's still stuff that's gonna operate the average way that it's supposed
Yeah,
to.
it seems more, like, biological than
yeah.
Yeah,
S
yeah.
yeah.
So he is actually
But
taught me
there's a lot that he's come a long way. Like,
Well, yeah, it's slow. I
yeah.
so, as you guys know, right, my youngest is also autistic. Um, not as low as functioning as Eric, he's
yeah,
higher functioning,
yeah,
right?
he's not full
he
window liquor.
yeah, um, he, he goes to he's actually gotten really far. He is in gen ed classes with just minor assistances here and there. Um, for his age, he does everything boys his age should be doing. I've just noticed that little things take a little bit longer, right? Um, like if you tell a kid that, you know, uh, I don't know, I don't even have a good example right now.
Well,
Like,
his bedtime routine.
yeah, bedtime routine's a hard one, right? But I can't even use the bedtime routine because even my daughters don't.
Yeah, but those are teenage girls. They'd never want to.
Yes,
But
yes. But
autistic
anyway,
kids
but
seem to have a
but
hard time with impulse control.
Yeah.
The
yeah, so yeah, his input and what on you add autism and ADHD, there's
Yeah.
like zero impulse control.
Which is pretty much hand in hand with all autistic kids.
Yeah. So and it's been hard because I have never really been around kids who have been like that since I was in school. And I wasn't like buddy buddy with them. Like, they had their own classes, they had their own friends, like, you know. Um, so it's been harder because I have a very like high standard, I guess, in a way, right?
Mhm.
Like if I'm explaining something to you and you don't understand, I would expect that you would, hey, I don't understand, right?
Yeah.
With him, and that's not a thing. He'll just go with it, and then I'll be like, "Bro, what the fuck are you doing?" And he's like, "Well, I didn't understand." And I'm like, "Why didn't you tell me?" And he was like, "Well, you just said yada yada yada, so I just did yada yada yada." And I'm like, "But you didn't comprehend yada yada yada. So how do you know to do yada yada yada?" Like, and it creates this like whole thing. And then I'm like, I'm frustrated because you didn't comprehend, you didn't ask questions, you just fucking went for it. But yeah, so I've noticed like I have to take a step back and remember that he ticks a certain way. Now, granted, I know everybody ticks differently,
Yeah,
right?
of
Like what
course.
works for me is not going to work for you or work for Damian, right?
Right.
But his is very much like a very special tick
Yeah.
that you have to pick up on.
You have to
And
cater more to that
yeah,
specific lane than
yeah, like he does not do good with verbal stuff, right? Like if it's something short, he's good, like bedtime routine. Okay, like tonight, he needed his haircut, so I cut his hair. I went in there and, cut it short, gave him a nice little line up around his forehead and ears and back of his neck, made his hair look good and stuff. And I was like, "Hey, we're gonna do 3 things. Vacuum hair, shower, put vacuum away. That's it. Those 3 things. Because if I do more, it's gonna be gone."
I was about to say
He'll
3 should be
remember
the 3 should be the max.
Yeah, he'll remember 1 and 2, and the rest will be, but if
Yep.
I was to write it down and he was to read it, and then, like, let's say I threw that away, he'd remember all of it because he
Hmm.
does better with visual than he does auditorial.
And when it comes to special needs, something I wish I've ran into so many parents that it happens to, because I only get my son for 3 months out of the year, but the other time, I could be in Walmart, I could be anywhere, and a special needs kid will either bump into me or he'll, like, push my cart or something. I mean, I can spot on
Yeah.
a special needs kid now from a mile away, but even if they don't have the Down syndrome look, if they're just 'cause Down syndrome kids they have a look, sorry, but they do. Um, but the parents will walk up and be like, "Oh, I apologize," like, they apologize for their special needs kid, and that happens all the time, and I usually tell them right off the bat, I'm like, "Look, my son's autistic, low functioning, I deal with
We
this
get
all the
it.
time. We
Yeah.
get it."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, okay," and they're, like, relieved because I've had people we've only had it happen a couple times, but I've never had it happen in Walmart where somebody's rude. Like, and
So
he's done some he's walked up to complete strangers, grabbed their phone, and walked away.
I think it's because as a special needs parent, right, you are on edge a lot. It took me, being a step parent, it took me a really long time to kind of come to grips with the fact that, people are going to stare, they're going to make comments,
Okay, I have a question on that. I'll let you finish, but I have a question. Don't let me forget it.
they're going to point and stare, they're going to they're gonna say things like, I walk into the Walmart bathroom with my 19-year-old stepson, and the looks that people give make you self-conscious. They do. They really do, and it really just, it gets to the point that you're like, "All right, guys, like, fuck you. Like, do I need a T-shirt that says, 'Hey, I'm special needs, leave me alone'? Like, mind your business."
It's like the dogs, don't, in training, don't touch.
Yeah, don't pet.
Yeah.
Don't pet, he needs a vest
You need
that says
fine. Yeah, you need a
Yeah.
vest. You need a vest that
So
says special needs. Yeah.
and I think
That
I
sounds
think probably
horrible.
the first time that we went and got him, um, I think probably is one of the worst interactions I think we've ever had.
I've never met somebody like that in my life.
Um,
But they were young
so
girls, so
we had been on the road for, oh my God, forever, it felt like.
it was
And
like
Eric
13,
had fallen
14
asleep.
hours.
Yeah, Eric had fallen asleep in the back seat. And
Oh, is this the one you were telling us about?
so we
Yeah.
pulled up to the hotel and we were trying not to wake him up. He was little enough to where we could still carry him. I think he was like 6 or 7,
If that.
maybe. No, it would have been older than that because regardless, he was still little enough for us to carry, right? And as soon as we went to go pick him up, he woke up and he lost it,
Yeah, he
right?
has
He
night
fell asleep
terrors
in
or
one
something.
place, woke up in another, like it just he just was not having it. And so we're standing in the parking lot. It's like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and this kid's screaming, just blood curdling screaming, and nothing was working. We tried to give him the phones, we tried to give him toys, food, whatever at that point would just get him inside the hotel, and he just wasn't having it. Damian was like, "Hey, go get us checked in. I'll work on getting him in there. Come back out when you're done. We'll all go up together." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Go in, get us checked in, come out, and this woman had just walked away. Damian tells me, "Oh," I said, "What was that about?" And she was like, "Well, she just was asking if we needed help with anything, blah, blah, blah." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So we're still trying to get him calmed down. We're still trying to get him to like just take a couple more steps. Again, 1 o'clock in the morning, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. It's late, and we know that. This kid's screaming outside of a hotel is not. It's not great. Um, and this,
But it's not the end of the world either.
right.
Well, at least for some people.
Or it was for some
Right.
people.
So we had this. I don't even know. I'll be honest. The minute I saw her walk down and come out, it was over. It was done. My temperature was already like I was hot. She
Yeah.
comes down and she's like, excuse me, like, can you get him to stop? And I'm like, "Damian, you better. And Damian's like, "Eric, stop. Stop screaming." Just to
And
like
he
prove a
just keeps
point of
going.
like,
He keeps going,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
And I was like, "Ma'am, like, he's autistic. He had a nightmare. I'm sorry that this is well." And she just goes off about how her and her friends are trying to sleep and they just lost a friend and they're here for a cheer competition and blah, 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 blah. And I will be honest, I blacked out and started screaming back at her.
Oh, I would have too.
I
She
don't
was
know
That's
what I
one
said.
thing. That's one thing Amber and I don't fucking play with.
Yeah, don't come at my
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah,
she
we
was
don't
she was
fucking
one
play
of
with
the
that.
they were the whatchamacallit? They were plastics.
Yeah. We
Oh,
eventually got him into the room, like
yeah.
what felt like forever and a half later, but oof, bro.
Yeah, they were plastics.
And
They
I'll be
came down
honest,
and
the Walmart here is so good to him. Like when he's here and he starts singing the ABCs or Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, if there's an employee around us, like it makes me cry every time. They'll come up to him and start singing with him and they'll do the hand motions with him and like
Yeah.
they're so good to him.
and
So
he
it's
sings it loud.
yeah, like the whole store is aware that he is there. So it's to come from a town that wasn't exactly like the greatest to him, right? The bigger the town, I feel like the worse people behave around special needs kids.
Yeah.
To come to this tiny town and they're so good to him.
Yeah. Yeah. We had a run in when.
Wait, what's your question?
Oh, yeah.
Question.
Oh, God.
You forgot your question, didn't you?
I should have typed it in the chat.
Really, Hannah?
What were you talking about when I had a question?
It was
I
about
said as a special needs parent, we get like we're like on the defensive and because people aren't nice and they're
You-
like
fucking failed.
I hope it comes back to me later. I should have typed it in the chat. It's I honestly probably forgot because Damian put it in the chat. Don't forget question. So it probably just gone.
Just fucking gone.
So it's Damian's fault about it.
Anyway, so the example of bad parents would be.
Wait, hold on. I have an example. Because this lady was a parent and a grandparent. Okay, so as you guys know, right, the girls used to play softball.
Yep.
So obviously we would go to the softball games. Okay. And as we know, autistic children usually have a overstimulating factor, right? So these kinds of events are usually not the easiest. Okay. But everything was going good. It was kind of later in the evening. And at this time, you guys know he used to wear AFOs, right, for his feet.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and they were the ones that went all up to the back of his leg.
Yep.
Okay, so at this
went
time,
up just below his knee, right?
Yeah. So look, thank God we finally have gotten rid of those. His what's the foot doctor? Podiatrist?
Yep.
Podiatrist.
Okay, good. Okay. His podiatrist has I think it was last year maybe, finally was like, these are not helping him. Like they're causing more problems than benefit. So
yeah, I remember him complaining that they hurt his feet. Poor baby.
all the time. We were having to go like every couple of months and have them cut or readjusted or completely remade because his fucking feet were growing so much.
Yeah.
So anyway, but this is back when he was still wearing AFOs. This was a couple of years ago. The bleachers that we were on, they weren't the metal bleachers that they come pre-built and you just fucking pretty much drop them or screw the benches in, right? They were wood made. So the wood was like 3 2x4s deep or maybe 4. And then it would have a lift and then it would be like 3 or 4 2x4s deep again. So it was a little bit wider, right? Because people would put their lawn chairs up there. And so they were a little bit wider. So with his AFOs, he would have to walk to the edges and hold on to the rails to be able to get down or get up because his AFOs would make him have to walk a little bit and he couldn't bend his legs like the rest of us could, right? So he was trying to go to the edge to get down and there was a lady, she was a little bit older, okay, like probably older than Damian, who was sitting with her at my age daughter and her granddaughter was playing in the game. And so my son is standing there and he's trying to because they're sitting like almost up against the fucking railing to where he can't use the railing to get down. And he's like standing there and he's like saying, excuse me. And he talks a little bit quieter.
Yeah.
Right?
He's a very, very soft spoken kid.
Yeah. So he's, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. And they're not fucking moving. So finally he just goes around the two ladies, goes down, and then he tries to walk in front of them because there's plenty of space. And then in front of them was a bigger lady sitting down there, and she's sitting very close to the railing. And my son again, excuse me, and this bigger lady is still not moving. Well, now he's in front of this older woman, okay, and he's stuck in between this older woman and this kind of bigger lady trying to get to the fucking railing so that he can go down. And this fucking old lady snapped so fucking quick and was like, why don't you go around? And Amber and I are sitting like a row behind them, but kind of in the middle of the stands. Okay. And so we're like watching everything happening. Right. And Amber and I immediately, like, as soon as this lady said something, we were like standing and we're like, what? Staring at her. Okay. And I was like, honey, hold on. Let's just see how this plays out real quick. So this old lady spoke loud enough and snapped fast enough that the bigger lady in front of my son heard them, looks and sees my son standing there like, hey, can I get by you? And she's like, oh baby, I'm so sorry. Let me move. Let me get out of the way real quick, right? And she gets out of the way, and when kids are wearing AFOs or any type of braces like that, like, you can see by the way that they fucking walk or how they move their legs that there's something wrong with them.
Yeah.
Right? There's something wrong with their legs. That's why they're moving the way they are.
Yeah, there's something in the gait that should be.
And so this bigger lady gets out the way. Son gets down fine, goes to the bathroom. Okay. And he's coming up, getting ready to come up. So Amber and I go down and we come up with him. Okay. So now we get to look at this fucking old bitch straight in the face. And we're getting ready to approach her. And I said, hey, can you guys move out of the way so that my son can get up the bleachers? And she's like, why don't you guys just go around? Like, why do we have to move? There's plenty of space. And I was like, excuse me? I was like, my son has AFOs. He has to have the rail in order to get up and down. So move. Just move out the way. Like, all you have to do is stand and take 2 steps over. Just
I'm
move
sorry
out the
for
way.
being the
let him get up
smallest
there.
inconvenience.
Yeah, like let him get up there.
Grown ass
And
adult.
so we get him back up there, okay, and we sit back down and we put Chase on the other side of us because this lady is talking and Amber and I don't fucking deal with that shit. And so this lady is sitting over there and she's like loudly making these comments. And Amber fucking looks at her and is like, my fucking son is off fucking tistics. How about you shut the fuck up? And I was like, baby, we're not going to jail today. Like, we're not doing that today. And she's like, this fucking bitch better shut. And she's not being quiet. She's not being quiet. Like, you guys know Amber, because she's not quiet when it comes to our kids.
Anything, yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, I will fucking take this bitch into the fucking parking lot and beat her motherfucking ass. I was like, honey, she's so fucking old that you'll probably get a huge charge for beating a fucking elderly woman. She was like, I'll rip that fucking she's like, I'll rip her fucking white wig right off her fucking head. And I was like, honey, we're not doing this today. And this lady turned around because Amber's like not talking to her, but she's just talking about her. And this lady's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I had no idea that he was autistic or needed help, you know, da, da, da. And I was like, we shouldn't have to tell you, hey, get the fuck out the way because my autistic son needs to go down the fucking stairs.
Yeah, it should just be like common decency at that point.
Like,
doesn't matter if they're autistic and AFOs, whatever.
That shouldn't be a thing.
Just get out of the way.
Like, you know, and she's like, why? I'm just really sorry. I apologize, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, your apology ain't gonna fucking fix nothing. I shouldn't have to explain to you why the fuck you need to move for my kid to get down the bleachers. And she's like, well, I just didn't. And I was like, shut the fuck up. Stop talking to us. And her daughter ended up moving. And I was like, thank fucking God, dude.
It's not like it's not noticeable either. Not the autism, but the legs.
Yeah, the autism is definitely not like noticeable in him. Like, until you have like a conversation with him and you're like, oh okay,
yeah,
like if you're just passing by because of his age, right? So like if you're just passing by us in like Walmart or at the park or whatever, you may not pick up on it.
Yeah.
And especially now that he doesn't have his AFOs, like, you know, things are normal.
Yeah.
Right. But like before, like you can tell just by his gait when he's wearing pants that he's not moving like how normal people would because he's got fucking shit on his legs.
I fucking hate that comment so much.
What's that?
With a passion. The words she just used. The special needs community needs to get over the fucking fact that, sorry, the word normal means normal. We all know what normal is.
I just hate that it's the word normal. I don't like using it because
normal's normal. Like me, you,
no. So like
we're normal.
I just mean like, so the one good thing I will ever say about my father. My father used to hate when people would say like, oh, this is normal. That's normal, right? He used to say that normal is the setting on your washer and your dryer. That's it. That's the only thing that's normal.
That's
nothing
good
is normal.
Actually.
The only thing that's normal is the setting on your washer and dryer. So I internally, I hate the normal. Like I hate being like, oh, these kids are normal, but those kids are not, because like nobody's fucking normal. Right? You know what I mean?
Our normal is different than your normal.
Yeah.
No, I disagree. There is a fucking normal. Normal
I don't think there is.
Yes, normal is normal. If you're eating paint, that's not fucking normal.
So, right, but like, so there's like a societal normal, right? But like our normal might be different than Hannah's normal.
No.
Than another family's normal.
No, normal is not like normal is what the design is supposed to be. Just because
because our normal is no kids. We kind of go and do whatever we want.
No, that's something different. No, that's something completely different.
That's
something completely different.
Correct?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, our normal is not your normal. Just like my next door neighbor's normal is not my normal.
But there is a normal.
What they would consider, right? But you look at normal, right? Normal is only normal per culture, per demographic, per neighborhood, right? Like, what's normal on my street may not be normal on the next street over. You know what I mean?
No, you guys are getting like cultural things separated from what's normal in a person. My son
what's
is not
normal in a person.
Being able to talk, articulate, live in society. If my son is not normal, your son is not normal. If you cannot sustain yourself without assistance, that's not normal. There's something wrong with you. You have a disability. There's nothing wrong with the word normal. Everybody confuses, well, my normal is not your normal. No, what I like is not what you like. That's totally different from people are supposed to be able to talk, have 10 fingers, 10 toes. If you have an 11th finger, you're not fucking normal. Like, sorry, that's not normal. If you eat paint, that's not normal. If you cannot talk to people in society, that's not normal. There is a normal.
So deaf people, that's not normal?
They're not normal. No.
But they can talk in society.
No, they can't. Have you heard them talk?
Oh my God, Damian. The fuck is wrong with you, you psycho?
Or you're going to hell. You're going to hell.
If anybody laughs at that, they're gonna go to hell. But no, they can't talk.
But
right.
they can. They can. It's a language.
It
is a recognized language.
It's a recognized language.
What?
You can learn it in schools. ASL. That's a language. It's a recognized language that you can learn in school.
But
so they can talk.
I'm not. But it's not normal. I'm not saying
mean they can't. You mean they can't verbalize their communication.
They can't. Their voice does not work because their ears
right.
do
so
not
they can't
work.
verbalize it. But they can't verbalize it.
That's fine, but that's not normal.
They can talk. But
I'm not saying they can't. I'm saying
you just said that they can't.
No, I said they can't talk like me and you.
Yes, they can't verbalize their communication.
Right, so that's not normal.
I don't know. Amber and I use sign language all the time.
But that's not. How is this not 99% of the people in the world don't need that because they can fucking hear.
Have you not figured out that she's like raging you on purpose?
Oh my God.
Does Princess need a nap? Oh God, it's hot in here. Oh God, Jesus.
Oh my God.
If what you are is not more than 70%, you're not fucking normal.
Right. So I
just don't like that. Like I just
societal norms.
I would
Why
never.
don't you like it though? What is wrong with saying you're not normal?
To you.
I just don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like when my son does something that has to deal with his disabilities or whatever, right? Or because it takes him longer, right? Like obviously he understands that he has autism. He has some issues, right? He's got some memory issues. He has issues with time.
Yeah.
He has dyslexia, some other stuff, right? So he understands that he has more struggles than the average person does. But if he came to me and was like, Mama, why am I like this? I'm not going to be like, oh, son, it's because you're not normal. You know what I mean? Like, so that's why I don't like it. Because
that's a rude way of putting it.
But that's technically true, is it not?
Yes.
Right.
It's like saying
that's
retarded.
Why I don't like it.
That's like a lot of people don't like the word retarded.
I don't mind the word retarded. Now, like, I will use retarded for like I'll call you retarded. I'll call your wife retarded. But I'm not going to look at my son and be like, you're fucking retarded. because
Yeah, we don't use
when
it
he
as
hits
derogatory. I
when
feel like
he
we use it as
sits
like a
when he hits a certain level in life, if he has not progressed the way he's supposed to progress, what does the state do? They label them mentally retarded.
Yes. But
They still use that terminology.
to look at your son or my son or anybody that is not normal and go, "Oh, you're not normal." There's a difference between saying you're not normal and, hey, why am I like this? Well,
You're different.
you're different. What is the opposite of different?
Right. But so if it's not a word that I can use, even if I was like being the sweetest, nicest person ever, and I was like, Bubby, you're just not normal. Like that's just some people are born different. You're just not normal. It
sounds
still
so
would
bad.
it would
See,
yeah,
that
it
doesn't
just
sound bad to
sounds
me. That doesn't sound bad to me at all.
horrible. It
Because
sounds
it's
horrible.
but
So if
why
it's
does
not a
the
word that I
truth
can use, if it's not a word that I can use, even in the nicest sense
Yeah.
and make it sound okay, I don't like it. I'm not
see?
going
And
to use it. I'd rather just say that they're different. They're not
you're
normal. They're just different.
you're
Yep.
There
you
is no
sounded
normal.
you
Everybody is
said
different.
no, not everybody isn't different though.
They're just different.
All three of us are the same.
No, all three of us are different.
Once again, you're going off of culture and um, preferences and stuff like that. But we all can hold
I'm
a job.
definitely different from you two.
We
Just
both.
saying.
That's totally.
I do
No,
sign
you're
language
not.
a lot.
No, you don't. You're not different from me. We both
Were
like.
you guys born with a
we
sack of tissue at the back of your throat that had to be surgically removed before you were
no, but
born?
we both
Nope.
like.
See, I'm not normal.
We both like pussy. So there's more the same than
You're
different.
more normal than Sonia and I. Just saying.
Oh yeah, because I'm a straight white male.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's pretty autistic depending on the day.
I have like, okay, no joke. I know we're supposed to be talking about bad parenting and we're totally getting off track, but that's okay. I have one side story.
We'll get there.
This is a couple of years after I joined the military and I had gone to Las Vegas to go visit a friend. And we were sitting at a sushi bar, one of my favorite sushi bars in Las Vegas. And we were sitting there and we're ordering food. And she's like, I had known this girl since I was a sophomore in high school. Okay, so we'd been knowing each other like 10, 11 years, whatever. And we're sitting there and she's like kind of watching me as I'm like talking to her and I'm like explaining to her like, cause she's like, oh, do you like, she asked me like a random question, like about people's like birthdays or something. Right. And she's like, do you remember people's birthdays? And I was like, yeah. I was like, bro, I can tell you your birthday, my mom's, my dad's, my brother's, my sister-in-law's, my cousins, my uncles, my aunt, like I'm like going off. And I was like, I don't know. There's just something about dates and numbers and stuff that's like really easy for me. I was like, now math is a no-go. And she was like, huh. So she's like watching me like eat my sushi and like talk about this and stuff. And she goes, you're autistic. And I was like, what? What? And she's like, yeah, I think you might be slightly autistic. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she's like, look at the method of how you eat your food. And the fact that you just explained to me and went on like a little rant about how like you remember everybody's birthdays. Like the way that you connect them and how you make the remembrance and everything. And I was like, doesn't everybody like find something to remember something by? And she was like, no. And I was like,
Yes.
okay.
That's how you remember. That is the
Isn't-
definition of remembering something, is to associate it with something.
Isn't it called a vernacular?
Yeah. Like, right. Like,
The fact that she
like,
doesn't.
like you can pull childhood memories off of like a smell or like
Yeah.
seeing something, right?
Or sound
Or sound.
whatever.
Yeah.
Or how did everybody learn their ABCs?
A song.
A song.
Everybody knows it the same way. We sang our
Not
ABCs.
today's kids.
No, they're just
Today's
similar.
kids is sang completely friggin' different.
Yeah. So she like went on this like little rant about the way I was like eating my food and how I would do my stuff, and then like the way I was able to like ping in on like birthdays and numbers and stuff. And she was like, yeah, I think you're autistic. And I was like, not gonna test for that, but all right.
No. Hannah, I know.
I think everybody is slightly autistic.
Yeah, no, everybody has.
I know low
their
functioning
ism.
to high functioning. I have never seen any autism. Like, you're detailed oriented. Okay, you remember things. Okay, you have a good memory. That's not autistic. That's not autistic.
Oh my
That's
God.
just
This past year is the first year that I have ever remembered my debit card number. Like, I don't have to look at my debit card anymore when I go to
I
order
remember the
stuff.
last 4. I don't
I remember all of it.
I remember the
And the
last 4.
expiration and the security code.
I only need
I might be autistic.
I know the security code and the last 4, and that's only because Google X's out the whole beginning part of it, and I just need to know the last part.
No, I don't save my debit card to, like, anything. I think I have 2 places that my debit card is saved to. 2, and that's it. Everything else I have to type it in.
No, for me, yeah, we could talk to
Oh my God, hold on. Really quick, while we're talking about debit cards and stuff, did you see the story of the parent that the mom's like 5-year-old or whatever ordered like 40 fucking McDonald's hash browns, and the Uber driver was just like, okay, delivered them to the house, gave them to the kid, and like walked away and was like, none of my business. Like,
bad parenting.
Bad parenting.
Bad parenting. Probably shouldn't have.
She had no idea. She had no idea that the kid did this.
Bro, we have all of our like anything, like the apps on the TVs and stuff, like because we have Prime on there and everything. It's all password protected. You have to have our password in order to buy shit. Everything is like that. The kids' Kindles, they're all like that. Like you have to have a password.
They're all of Eric's stuff too is kid mode.
Yeah.
Except this last year we had to stop that because he's like really into GTA. Watching the GTA videos. And you can't, if you have it on kid mode,
you can't watch GTA.
Yeah.
So I don't know if bad parenting. I don't know if you heard about the 11-year-old kid that shot his father.
What?
You didn't hear about this?
No.
Yeah.
Where?
It
was probably a blue state.
PA. Yep.
Oh, that's a
He's facing a homicide charge
as an 11-year-old.
Okay, so for our iHeartRadio and Spotify,
visually impaired people.
So it says an 11-year-old boy facing a homicide charge after allegedly shooting his father while he slept appeared in court and waived his preliminary hearing on Thursday. So this is from Perry County, PA. It says Clayton Dietz appeared in shackles and handcuffs for his preliminary hearing in front of the
magisterial.
Yep, that word. District Judge Richard Gibney. His mom was also with him and was allowed to sit next to him. The room was filled with about 15 people, reporters, and family members. Charges filed by Pennsylvania State Police in Newport allege Clayton Dietz told state police that he had shot his father, Douglas Dietz, on January 13th in their home in Perry County. Dietz is set to appear in court on February 19th for his preliminary hearing. The hearing was originally scheduled for last month, but was postponed. The Juanita and Perry County District Court Administrator previously said it would be held at the county courthouse rather than at the judge's office. State police said that Dietz was upset that his father had told him to go to bed on his birthday and that he allegedly went into the safe in the home looking for his Nintendo Switch, but found a gun instead. Clayton allegedly told troopers he loaded the firearm with bullets and fired the gun at his father, according to the troopers. His mother, Jillian Dietz, told troopers that Clayton had entered the room and said something to the extent of, "Daddy's dead."
Bro, how does your 11-year-old know the fucking combo to your safe?
It was keyed. It was a key safe.
Where do they know where the keys are? Isn't that the whole point of the safe?
Yeah.
So your kids don't have access to it?
Like, okay, so I have guns. There's only 2 guns that are not always locked. Okay, so I have one in they're both in my bedroom. One of them is in a case. It's not loaded. And then the other one's on my bedside table. That one's obviously loaded because that's for home defense. One, my kids are educated to know that, like, these are not toys. You guys know we've taken them shooting.
We've all gone shooting.
If you brought your kids over today, I would have no problem with my guns being right there because I know that your kids are taught those do not get touched. And
they're not toys.
No matter what.
I don't even let my kids anymore because of their ages now. Like we don't have Nerf gun wars. We don't do none of that. Which my parents did with us, like, once we hit a certain age. Like, once we were at the age where we were going hunting and stuff, they were like, no more. No
But you're
more toy
right.
guns, like, none of that.
You're right. That was
So
one hell of a leap. I like how you said that you were like, "Wow, that escalated quickly."
because it
Yeah, I
did.
went for my Nintendo and got a gun instead. That's a
I feel like
okay.
that is a
I feel like that's bad parenting.
lack of teaching your kids coping skills, right? Like,
Not only that, not only
obviously
coping skills, but discipline.
yeah.
Like, one, how does your yo, I be busting my kids' asses. If you go into my room and you're not supposed to be in my room, oh,
Yeah.
I'm busting ass because
That
we
was a
obviously we
rule of
have
growing up.
we have adult things in our bedroom. Okay, two, I have guns in my bedroom. Now, granted, all of them minus two are behind a lock and key. I know where my keys are at. Now, granted, it's not very hard to find them, but I know where they're at. So unless my kids go digging around through every single fucking drawer, nook, and cranny in my bedroom, they ain't finding those keys.
But
But my kids were
have you ever thought for
no,
1 second?
I have never once been like, "Oh, we're leaving the house and going on a date and the kids are gonna stay home. Better lock my gun away." Like, no, I've never.
No,
Mm-mm,
no, no, like,
not
if you
once.
took something away from your son, a Switch, a toy, took that away from him, has the thought of it, "Well, he might go into my room, grab the gun, and shoot me." Like,
No,
that never crossed your like
no. If I did not feel comfortable leaving, like, my bedside gun out, right? Because like, when we leave, like, if Amber and I go on a date and we leave, our bedroom door is closed. It's not locked. Our bedroom door is closed, and they're told, "Don't go in our room." Like, now we don't have to say it. Like, I don't have to say, like, "Don't go in my room." Right? But, like,
yeah.
we leave the door closed or whatever, like, I'm never like, "Oh, kid's gonna come in there and fucking shoot me," or I'm gonna come home and find one of my kids dead. Like, no, that's never.
So, d
Because if
I
it was, 1, the guns would be locked up, and 2, we'd be seeking a lot of services.
see, and I don't know if where in the world did the parents go wrong that that kid could not cope with the fact that his Nintendo Switch got taken away and he had to go to bed, that he was so angry.
So, I'll be honest, it sounds
Discipline.
like there's definitely more to that story. Because
I'm
I
okay
feel
with they
like
just don't discipline him.
no, hold on though, hear me out. So, this 11-year-old, right, walks into the room, finds a gun, shoots dad. I'm sorry, but as a mother, I don't care how much I love my kid. I'm not gonna be sitting with him next to him in court. If it
That's
was
hard.
genuinely, like, murder, like, cold-blooded murder, right?
So you're thinking, like, maybe there's more like, the dad
Yeah,
was not
maybe dad was
a
beating on
great
him and
dad.
mom, or maybe, dad was sexually abusing him, or, like, there has to be more to it because that as an 11-year-old,
'Cause that jumps. It's a big jump.
yeah, that's a huge jump. Like, there's got to be more to that story.
Yeah. I mean, there could be. I don't know.
But
There could
that
be.
is and if there isn't, that is an example of horrible parenting,
Yeah.
right?
I think it's discipline. Like, if there's nothing more to the story, I would say it's a lack of discipline. Like,
Yep.
whip your kids ass enough, you don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
Like, you're just not doing enough.
so I've sent, like, a lot of TikToks, right, this week about parenting, and there was a mom talking about how her 5-year-old was acting up in, kindergarten, and how she got home from, the school or whatever and took all of his toys away, and he needs, like, perfect, behavior for the week just to get a single toy back, and people in the comments were horrible. People in the comments were ripping her a new one. "He's 5, you need to be more lenient." And she said what I feel like a lot of us at this point are saying are like, discipline them at 5 or the cops will at 15. And it's
Mhm.
not going to be funny. It's not, if you wouldn't do this shit at home, why are you doing it at school?
I think
And
it's
then you
never too
find out,
early to teach discipline.
I've
yeah,
never
I
heard
Like,
agree.
that.
I think if your baby smacks you in the face, you should be teaching them not to smack you in the
Yep.
face.
I
Your baby is ripping your fucking hair out of your skull, you should probably teach them not to rip your fucking hair out of your skull. And yes, I know they're a baby, so it's not like you talking to them and verbalizing it is really
So
going
I was
to
going to ask you,
but you
what is
change.
can
a
take their
baby though?
hand, but you can take their hand and
What are we
no,
talking? Like how old?
Like,
I
we're
don't
talking,
care
like,
how old,
like,
baby.
a few
Like, if
months
your
old.
baby is grabbing your hair, you could take that. There's nothing you don't just sit there and put up with it because you can handle the pulling, because I know you can handle pulled hair, but But you just take the hand and no. And if they do it again, no. You just
But what's wrong?
repeatedly.
What's wrong? Okay, like yeah, you can repeatedly do it until you're fucking blue in the face, right? But what's wrong with a little that hurts? Don't do that. Right? I know they're a
I
baby and they may not
I don't think
comprehend
so.
words, right? But
I don't think
I
there's
don't think
anything
there's
wrong with them.
anything I don't think there's anything wrong if my infant child that's like we'll say 6 months old is fucking ripping my hair out with all their power. There's nothing wrong with me grabbing their hand the first time and being like, "Don't do that." And they do it again. I just a little pop. Don't do that. No, no. Mm-mm. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You're not hurting them, but it's teaching them a little bit of discipline and a little bit about interaction.
So we had to do that with
Like,
Eric. He went through this really bad hitting phase. Like
people
the
are gonna
minute
come on
he
here and
even
hate me and say that I shouldn't have children.
No, but like I agree. Like there's a point. Like I'm not because I know like I've pretty much raised babies like or helped raise babies pretty much my whole like life, right? And I've had like everything from
What?
oh
He broke it.
he probably did.
He
My
broke it.
computer just crashed,
Oh,
which kicked all of us off. We lost everything.
we're still here.
You still recording?
Hannah and I are still
Yeah.
here recording. So just an update, guys. Damian's computer just crashed.
So hopefully we don't lose everything.
Yeah, so hopefully we don't lose everything. Um,
You guys there?
yeah, can you hear us?
Test.
Can
Yeah.
you see us?
Are you guys there?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, I'm back.
Oh,
Okay.
that's good.
Well, that was weird.
My computer just completely crashed.
That was weird.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what I
welcome
thought too.
back.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, welcome back, babe.
It's catching up on the uploading right now.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
So hopefully we won't lose everything. But no, so I've raised babies like my whole life, right?
Yeah.
And I've had everything from like a month old who it f- it feels like an involuntary. That's why I asked how old, right? Because it feels like an involuntary. Like their hands are just flailing and then they grab onto whatever they can. And that's why I asked how old.
Yeah. No, I
I
just
see
mean the
nothing
ones like
wrong
I've
with
seen
like
the ones where like it's they're very young babies, right? I can't like I obviously know they're not like a day or two old, right? But they're like
yeah,
months. Okay. But like they'll like repeatedly smack their dad in the face and the dad's like oh, ho, ho, oh, ho, 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 oh, ho, ho," right? And he's just like continuing to do it and it gets
yeah,
like harder and harder. And it's like, okay, bro, when do you stop that? Like when do
yeah,
you correct the behavior? Or
yeah,
you've seen the videos where like the mom is sitting on the couch holding her baby and baby's just like fucking ripping hair, ripping
yeah.
hair. When do you correct the behavior? I think the earlier the better.
So I agree with that. Like I said, to a point, because I feel like there's like if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly from my child development class, I think it's like the first like 2 or 3 months, they don't really have control, right?
Yeah.
Their hands are just when they grab onto like your shirt or something, it's an automatic response. So it's not like they're doing it on purpose.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just that's why it's like when you said 6 months, completely agree. Now, like my mom, I love her to death. She helped raise my sister's oldest son, and she did they do an amazing job. Like that boy is, I want to say he's like 5 now, and he is an absolute sweetheart. Like he has manners for days. He is super sweet. Like if you tell him to knock something off, he does. Like, but it was never my mom never like smacked his hands when he was a baby. It was a very firm and stern no. And then if he continued to do that, she would put him down.
Yeah.
Like, fine, you want to be a brat and you want to, not that babies are brats. Let me just preference this. But it was, okay, you want to keep hitting me? You want to keep pulling my hair? You want to whatever? I'm going to set you down.
Yeah.
and she would let him cry for like a minute or two and then be like, okay, are you done? And
Yeah.
she'd pick him back up.
Well, it's like parents that like, they go to put the baby to sleep and they cry. And they're like, oh my God, he's not going to sleep. She's not going to sleep. She's crying. We have to pick her up. We have to pick her up. We have to coddle her. If you continue to coddle your children, even as small children, like babies, okay, like obviously I know there's a month,
Yeah.
a couple months period where like, they're not aware of their surroundings. They're kind of blind, right?
Yeah.
So there's a time where it's like, okay, they're past this point of where they can see mm, almost normal, right?
Yeah.
They're aware of their hands and toes and grabbing and whatever, right? But there comes a point in time where like you have to let your child at young ages develop their own coping skills because we are
Yeah.
not going as parents, we are not here forever.
Yeah.
Like you can't call me in the middle of a meltdown at work and be like, "Mommy, I don't know what to do." Like, bro, you're 20 years old, figure it the fuck out. Like, mommy ain't here wiping your ass no more. Sorry.
Yeah.
So like you have to let kids find their own coping skills,
Well, that, and you have to let kids get hurt. Like,
Yeah.
so perfect example, you know her. She's 9 and she's afraid of the world. My niece,
Yeah.
my best friend's kid, but I call her my niece. She's 9 and she's afraid of the world. Because every time that she would go to do something dangerous, oh, don't do that, you're gonna get hurt. And it wasn't from her mother, it was from her father.
Not even
Don't
dangerous.
do that, you're gonna get hurt.
Just life things.
Yeah.
Like she would go into the kitchen and get like a cup, and Dad would freak out like, "Oh no, you're gonna the counter's gonna fall over and crush you and kill you." And she is scared.
He reminds me of Chicken Little.
Yes.
The sky is falling. The sky is falling.
Everything.
And it's never falling. Like,
yes. She was I was watching her one time, and I'm very much into letting kids, even if they get hurt, unless I see a bone sticking out, cuts heal. You're going to bleed. It happens. I mean, just it is what it is. She was jumping on the couch. Now, other than the fact that kids shouldn't be jumping on the couch, her dad freaked out. Now, I weighed the fact that, she's happy. She's in a good mood. She could slip and fall and hurt herself. And I was like, let her jump on the couch. Well, what happens if she falls? Well,
she falls.
She falls.
As long as she doesn't fall the 10 feet it takes to get to the coffee table and bust her skull open, I think she'll be okay.
I mean, it got to the point, like, we took her on a hike and she skinned her knee just a little bit and there was like a little bit of blood and it was like,
oh my God, I remember that. That was.
So that's one thing. Like, when I came into my kids' life, okay, I'll let the record stand. I came into my kids' life, they were older. Okay. My oldest was almost a teenager. My youngest was still in elementary school. Okay. They had been kind of babied in certain aspects, right? Like if they fell down and got a boo-boo, not at any fault of my wife, I will add, because I've heard all the stories, okay? But grandma would always, oh, it's got a boo-boo, we'll put a Band-Aid on it. Like, bro, you scraped your skin. It's not even bleeding. Like, peel the skin off, it's gonna grow back. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, where you just like rub your skin and it like just kind of pulls some skin away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And she'd be like, oh, we'll get you a Band-Aid. To where when I came into the picture, like the kids would get rug burn and they'd be like, oh, I need a Band-Aid. And I'm like, you're not even bleeding, but I need a Band-Aid. No, you don't.
Yeah, no.
No, you don't. You need a Band-Aid when you're like gushing blood. Okay.
Yeah.
Like when it's like you got a nice little steady stream blood. Okay, we'll clean it up. We'll put a Band-Aid on it, right? Until it scabs over. And then once it's scabbed over, we're going to take the Band-Aid off and we're leaving it alone. But everything, like they would go and fall in the grass and get like, a little scrape. Oh, I need a Band-Aid. You don't. You're fine. The blood is just at the surface. Like, you're fine. Clean it out.
Yep.
Rub some dirt in it. Rock and roll.
My dad let me do some of the most horrific shit in the world. I'm the type of kid that stuck the fork in the light socket.
Oh, I tried to do that.
explains so much.
Oh, like,
I tried to do that.
And my dad started, I could remember my dad was sitting on the couch and I'm sitting there I'm fucking with it, And my dad was like, I wouldn't do that. And I was like, but it's fun. And he was like, okay. He went back to watching TV. 5 minutes later, he wakes me up. You know? He wakes
Yeah.
me up and says, "That fucking hurt, didn't it? Not gonna do that again."
But there's
But
a difference too, I think, between raising boys and girls, right? So I not that not that I not that my parents coddled me because they didn't. Um, they didn't, but they did. I feel like do more to protect me than my brothers. Like my brothers broke bones, like arms and legs and shit. Like I never broke bone. I think the only bone I've ever broken was like my big toe, which I stubbed at a park. But like I was still allowed to like don't judge me, okay? It was slippery. I was in flip-flops. I was climbing on the boat park. It's fine. It was a
You
thing. Don't judge
had a
me.
sheltered childhood if the only bone you broke was a toe.
I've
It
never
wasn't a sheltered
My
childhood. I
brother
was
almost
just more
lost
careful.
he was a teenager and we were at the skate park and he was doing his thing or whatever and he didn't want to wear his helmet and my mom was like, "You need to wear your helmet." And he had taken his helmet off for just a split fucking second, did something and he smacked his fucking face so hard on something. His 2 front teeth, which were adult teeth, were loose, like full blown, like fucking
Oh
wiggling.
my goodness.
And my mom was like, "I fucking told you to wear your helmet. Like, you better hope you don't lose your 2 teeth."
Okay, okay, then I will ask, I've had some people say that I had an abusive childhood. I don't think so. I grew up in, I'm Gen X. I grew up in the late '70s, early '80s as a kid. So I don't think it was abusive, but so my front tooth is half of it's gone. It's acrylic. And 2 of the times it was knocked out of my mouth was from my mom.
Both times from his
Both
mother.
times, yeah, from my mother. So the first time,
I'd say that's abuse. That's
the
like
first
abuse.
it's not abuse because I didn't do what I was told.
Oh, no, it's abuse.
I might have some trauma, but I might have a little trauma. But I'm sitting there,
Wait for
so
these stories.
we're in the trailer, and we had a wooden bar, and I'm a kid. I might be 7 or 8, maybe, and I'm doing stupid kid stuff. So I'm resting my teeth on the bar
Okay.
like that. And my great-grandmother, my Nana, comes walking in the door. Nana's like 98 years old, and she's still moving around. So she comes walking in, and my mom looks at me and says, "Go say hello to your Nana." And I said, without moving my mouth off the bar, I said, "No." And my mom went whack and hit me on the top of the head.
Hard
And
enough that you broke your tooth.
well, hard
Yep.
enough that my teeth went into the wood, and when I pulled my mouth up,
Half of it was gone.
half of it was gone.
So hard enough to break your teeth. That's
Yep.
abuse.
Yeah, that's okay. If you wanna look at it hard enough to break my teeth,
That's legally abuse.
the wood actually broke my tooth.
That's legally abuse.
So the second time,
That's like
I
spanking your child so hard that they break their caucus. That's abuse.
okay, so the second time, I'm in the back of a truck, and you know how you have the glass in the back of the
Mhm.
truck, right? So I'm doing that stupid where you put your mouth up to the truck or to the glass, you blow and you puff your cheeks out.
Yes.
And once again, my mom said, "Stop doing that." And I said, "No." If you notice a pattern, I keep saying no and I keep getting disciplined.
Were you guys driving or anything, or were you
My
just chilling in the
mom,
truck?
I'm in
They
the
were
back,
driving.
I'm in the bed of the truck, and her friend is driving, and she's in the passenger seat, and my mom goes like that to the window,
Broke his tooth.
pop my tooth out
Again.
again.
That's abuse. I would label that abuse.
Yeah.
I would label that abuse. My mom,
I don't think it was
the only
abuse.
thing she ever did to us was spank, timeouts, and soap.
Oh,
Yep.
I got the switch quite a few times, and she wouldn't aim.
A lot. But
So
my
I'd
mom learned at a young age that when I was a lot younger, I was very much like, because my mom used to do bunko parties at the house, right?
the fuck a
It,
bunko. Are
I
those like
don't
Tupperware?
Bunko's a game.
It's a game. I
Okay.
don't know how to explain it because I don't remember how it's played, but it's got like dice. I think it's a dice game. I don't remember. Anyway, but so we would have, she'd have all these little 4x4 tables put in the house, people, it'd be like our aunts, our adult cousins, our family friends. It was all the women, right? It was all the women and all the kids. And I liked that when I was a kid. I loved it. and they would always put the kids in our trailer that we had, our mobile home that we had. Um, we had a living room, then we had our dining room next to our kitchen, and then we had a family room.
Oh, it's like Yahtzee.
Yeah, it's
But
kinda like Yahtzee. Yeah, but
okay.
different.
Yeah.
So they would put all the kids in the family room because that's where, mine
The
and my
kids were.
brother's bedrooms were at. Okay, so we were allowed to play in the bedrooms, in the family room, but we knew we could not come out to the dining or the living room area because that's where all the adults were. They were
Hey!
drinking, doing their thing, whatever. My mom learned very quickly that I would love I'd go sit and I'd watch and, and ask how the game was played or whatever, whatever. And my mom would have to tell me, "Hey, go play with kids, go play with kids, whatever." And she learned very quickly that instead of spanking me when everybody was out and about and around, to put me in my bedroom with nobody and to time out and close the door. And that
I
was more devastating than having to bend over and grab my ankles and get a spanking in front of everybody.
I never had a timeout once. Groundings never really happened, but I would get my ass beat bare bottom. Like, my mom would whip my pants down in the middle of a store, and she would beat my ass. I got hit with, like I said, switches. From the front seat of the car, I'd have to go get the switch, and then she would just sit there and and I'd get hit on the arms or wherever, and that was a punishment. But being slapped across the face was kind of a common thing, and they would leave us in the
No, my mom didn't really like, if we said a potty word, my mom would not smack us, she would stick a bar of soap in our mouth. Oh, and
oh,
then
no.
when liquid soap became a thing, it would be on the tongue.
Oh, no, my mom had no qualms hitting at all. My dad wouldn't, but my dad was beat when he was a kid, like, he was honestly abused.
Yeah, my dad was the same way. My dad has told us stories about his mother chasing him around the fucking yard with, like, a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Yeah,
yeah.
but being left in a car, like, how that's so freaking, like,
Common.
if if we saw a kid in a car now, like, left in a car out in the parking lot, like, cops would be called and all kinds of shit. I can't tell you how many hours I spent in a parking lot in the back of a car with my siblings.
How
Like,
old were
that
you then?
as long as I can remember.
Was the car running?
No.
What
Were
was
the
the
windows
temperature
open?
outside?
Yeah, they were cracked for us. I remember my mom would literally go, "Don't worry, we'll crack the windows."
Okay, but you're also talking about like summers in North Dakota where the high is like 70 degrees.
This would be in the winter time too.
Okay, see, and I don't agree with that.
I don't
Yeah.
agree with it either. Like, I know my parents have left us in the car, right, at younger ages, but, like, my mom would never go to Walmart with us in the car and leave us in the fucking car for 2 hours while she goes grocery shopping.
Oh, my parents
Oh
Like,
my
would do
god, there was
that's
a video
my
that
parents
I
would
not
do that
watched
all
doing.
the time.
today. This couple, older couple, like probably like grandparent ages, um, saw this car parked in the middle of like this highway or whatever, and there was a 1-week-old baby in the back. And so they like asked the mom like, "Hey, like, are you okay? Do you need like an ambulance? Like, what's going on?" Thinking maybe it's like some postpartum, whatever. Um, and so that's when they found out the baby was a week old. This thing was tiny. Like, this guy was holding this baby with one hand. Like,
Yeah.
the head was up here. Granted, this guy had like grandpa hands, right? Like the big guy hands. So the baby's head was at the top of his hand and the butt was at the bottom of his hand. So the baby fit. And again, like we're talking like big
He's
ass
got big
hands.
man hands, yeah.
Yeah, big man hands. And so they found the bottle in the back because the baby was screaming, like blood curdling, screaming at a week old. They called the cops, and while they were feeding the baby, the cops showed up. She had been drinking so much that she essentially just like fell asleep behind the driver's side, behind the wheel.
Yeah, so I don't agree with shit like that. Or the one that you sent me about the lady who left her however old infant in the back
Yeah,
seat of her car, her black car in the middle of summer at Walmart
yeah.
with
It
the
was
window cracked
115
this
degrees.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. That's extreme. Now, okay, I'm not saying that you can never ever leave your child in a car, right? But like going to Walmart is not a quick in and out depending on where you
Right.
live, right? But like there's no way I would trust my infant in a car, if I was like, "Oh, I just gotta run in and get milk real quick." Bro, that's a 15-minute fucking adventure right there. That's
Yeah.
15
A
minutes.
lot can
And
happen in
you're
15 minutes.
a lot can
Yep.
happen in 15 minutes, especially with the infants, right? Like, they could put something in their mouth, choke, you come back out 15 minutes later, your kid's dead.
So
Yep.
one of the things I highly disagree, since I'm a car guy and I know a lot of things that are standard on cars, in our truck, and our Santa Fe had it too, and we shut it off on both of them. It has the rear seat occupancy warning.
Yeah, mine
Yeah.
did too. I
And
turned that shit off too.
I don't know about you two, but I do not I mean, I've had kids.
So
I
for
do
those
not
of you
understand
that
this.
don't have cars that don't have that, literally what it is as soon as you turn your engine off, it says check your back seat.
Yeah, and it has like an alarm bell that goes off too.
Yeah, it lights
Yeah.
up the whole 9 yards. You can't forget it. And it's for parents to sit there and go, "Well, I forgot I had the baby in the back seat."
Bro, how do you
Fucking
forget?
how?
Yeah.
Especially like you carried that thing in you for almost 10 months.
No, I'm even saying the fathers, like the fathers that have done it. I'm sorry, if a baby gets left in the back seat and it dies,
They do. They charge the parents with murder.
Like, I do not believe the parents when they say they didn't know.
They
I think they meant to do it.
So I think it was this last summer, there was a mom in, I think it was Phoenix, left her baby in the back seat and it died because it was like 120
Because it's
out there.
130 in Phoenix,
right.
yeah.
And they charged her with neglectful death, something like that. I forget how it's worded, but it's now a literal crime. Like they do like an actual like.
It should be first degree murder. I'm sorry.
So essentially, it
I
is.
think you should
It's
get
the
25 to
team.
life.
So they do. So they get like 25 years. So they still do kind of the same, but they go through like the process of like, depending on how old the baby is, like they go through like the postpartum, like, I don't know, testing, I guess, to see like how you would see if somebody's mentally sane. They do essentially the same thing. Because if the baby's only like a month or two old, they'll go through the testing with that parent. And then once they deem them like they're fine, then they full on charge them.
Yeah, I could see now if it comes back
You
that
guys
the
are
mom
gonna
has like
keep talking,
postpartum
but
depression.
you guys are going to be shocked on this.
Yeah, like
Because
I
that
feel
is
like,
a legit thing, right?
and postpartum
So,
goes undiagnosed so often.
yeah. Punishment for a parent whose child dies in a hot car varies heavily by jurisdiction and specific circumstances, with charges ranging from no charges to significant prison time. While many cases result in no charges, when prosecuted, convictions can lead to median sentences of roughly 2 to 5 years, often for charges like involuntary manslaughter or child endangerment. I don't like that.
I don't either.
2 to 5 years.
No, bro.
I'm sorry.
I could see that. I could see 2 to 5 years of something if you have postpartum, like minimum 2
Yeah.
years therapy,
2 years in a
like
hospital.
involuntary, like until you're back up to the,
Well, it says
to the
right here.
spec. But like,
it's involuntary.
it should not be involuntary. Like, I don't comprehend that. Like, I'm not saying like leaving your kid in a car is always bad, right? Like, my mom and I had this discussion. I was like, yo, if you have a small kid in the car seat behind you or whatever, right? And you're just going into a gas station because you need water to mix for formula, or you need a bottle of water because your kid is thirsty or whatever. That's a quick in and out, right? You go into the gas station, you grab your water, you buy it, you get the fuck out. That I'm not complaining about. Like, if I rolled up to a gas station and saw a mom or a dad leave their small child in the backseat of their car and they ran into the gas station, got a water, got a milk, got a juice or something, and came back out, wouldn't complain.
Small child or baby? Because I don't think you should.
Like small child. I'm talking like small child, like they're in a booster seat type shit.
Yeah, see, I don't.
I think infants, after talking to my mom about it and just
Caitlin's Law, right there.
How much can happen in like a couple of minutes with infants. Bro, if you have an infant, you might as well just fucking take them out the car and take them with you.
No, I don't believe anything under 1 year old should be like, I don't care if you're running in to blow your nose and come back out. No, if you leave that car, the only exception is if you're getting gas. That's it.
Yeah, but you're still like right there.
But if you walk more than 10 feet away from that car, that baby seat carrier, it needs to be in your hand.
Yeah.
Look at this one right here.
Arizona, no specific hot car law exists, but leaving a child in a car can result in Class 1 misdemeanor or Class 6 felony charges if it recklessly places them at risk of injury.
So a lot of the videos now, if you leave your baby in a hot car, the cops automatically charge her with a
Yeah,
felony.
I think they should.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be up to the cops. I think it should be an automatic felony. I don't think it should be even up for debate. Like the fact that we're like, if we're not, I mean, and I'm not condoning this, so don't come at me. Stop typing. I don't care. But if we're not allowed to like sell kids from other countries, if we look down on that, like we should look down on parents leaving babies in cars.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't think it's an accident. I do not
Oh, I agree. I
understand.
don't think it's an accident at
I
all.
don't understand how you forget.
Have
Like,
you guys
now-
seen the videos of the cars, like, they take a corner and the fucking baby rolls out of the fucking car seat and the door?
Yeah.
I've seen
I don't
those.
saw
know
that
that
video.
shit. Yeah, that shit, bro. You should be charged for
Immediately.
fucking immediately. Like, this is the
Child
highest
endangerment, neglect,
extent. All of it.
Yep.
All of it.
everything that they can slap
I don't
on.
understand how, like, you didn't buckle your car seat in. How did you not buckle your kid in? Like,
And
Like,
how did
I
you
can-
start driving with the door still open?
yeah,
Most cars have a stupid little ding, 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 ding.
yeah. Or, like, how did you not close the door all the way? How did you not oh, the baby opened the door. How did you not have child locks on? Like, what?
And also, if they're in a car seat, they're supposed to be in the middle. Just saying.
Not only
Yeah,
that, but the car seat should be at least buckled to the fucking seat.
Yeah.
Your baby should be buckled to the car seat.
Yeah.
especially with car seats nowadays, they all have that, like, they have the main base that's constantly
Yep.
attached, and
Yeah.
it's just a
Click it in.
button.
Touched. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
you know, it's just the way it is.
So, an example of good parenting, because we've talked about shitty parents for the last hour.
Buckle your kids in. If you like, the bare minimum, buckle your kids in.
So there was a video that I sent Damian. I don't know if I sent it to the podcast TikTok, but there was a video of a mother who took her 5-year-old autistic kid to the park, and he was
You
like,
sent it to me, not the
Oh,
podcast.
yeah, no, I seen this one.
He
It
was-
was his
yeah.
birthday right at the skate park.
yeah, he was
Yeah.
scootering around, and this group of like older kids came in, and mom was ready to walk in and scoop him up or whatever, and this group of kids just
Made his day.
friggin' took him right under their wing and was like, dude, this kid's better than I am already, and like sang him happy birthday, and like
Yeah.
that's awesome parenting. That is such a rare thing now, I feel like, that those parents excuse me,
Both
those
of you are
parents
yawning.
I stopped breathing. Stop. Those parents definitely did a good job with that kid. Like,
Oh,
with
yeah.
those kids. Like,
Yeah.
that's amazing. That's
It,
absolutely
like,
amazing.
blows my mind, like, how just utterly mean kids are nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, my son, the other day, he's been wanting to try to grow his hair out, and for the longest time, we have said no because he doesn't take care of himself very well in that aspect, and he is certainly at the age where he can comprehend hygiene.
Yeah.
And we've always said no. Like, if you can prove to us that you can, take care of your hygiene properly and in the right way without having to constantly be reminded, then we will debate and talk about letting you grow your hair out, right? And so the other day he had asked, saying that he wanted to grow his hair out, and I was like, you gotta show that you can grow your hair out. Like, this requires, like, you're gonna have to have a different shampoo, a different conditioner. You're gonna have to get, depending on how long you want it to get, like, you're gonna have to have a brush. Like, you can't go without brushing your hair because as it gets longer, like, knots and stuff like that, like, are more common. So, like, you're gonna have to brush regularly. Like, you can't wake up in the morning and be like, oh, I don't feel like brushing my hair. Like, nope, sorry.
Oh, that was my sister.
You've got to shampoo and conditioner like you should be, right? You can't go a week without washing it. Like, that's not a thing. And so, we had talked about it a little bit, and then he came home today, and I said, hey, you still thinking about growing your hair out? And he was like, no, I've decided I want to cut it. And I was like, okay, well, what happened? And he was like, the kids at school will make fun of me. And I was like, bruh. How is it that we're in the world now where, like, kids they don't want to grow their hair out. They don't want to cut their hair because people will fucking make fun of them. And, like, and I'm like, bro, I'm like, look, buddy, like, Kids are gonna make fun of you whether you grow your hair out or you cut your hair. Kids are gonna
Yeah.
make fun of you whether you have brand new fucking clothes or you have old clothes. Kids are gonna make fun of you whether you have glasses or you fucking don't have glasses. Kids are gonna
Yep.
make fun of you whether you are wearing fucking Vans or Converse or fucking Walmart shoes. Like, it does not I was like, "Buddy, it does not matter what you do. Kids are going to make fun of you." Like, it's gonna happen.
Yep.
And how is it that we live in a society now where, like, everybody just makes like, kids especially just fucking make fun of other kids
And of all ages.
for
Like,
everything.
it's not just
That's been that way since kids have been kids, though.
Right, but it seems more
No,
now.
yeah.
Like, it
No,
seems
because if I found out, like, I remember there used to be a point where teachers would call parents and be like, "Hey, your kid was being a bully." And the parents would go up to that school and beat that kid's ass in front of the teachers. And now you can't. Like,
don't get me wrong, like, yes, I think, like, like, even when I was in school, like, kids would kinda pick on you, like, if you were wearing, like, raggedy clothes or, like,
yeah.
your clothes were really dirty or whatever, but it wasn't, like, bullying to the extent of, like, what it is now where, like, kids are like, "I'd rather stay home. I'd rather kill
But
myself."
I feel like
Like,
that's
"I'd rather go to
because
school and shoot the fucking school up instead of
it's
just."
because we have social media, so it's worse.
Yeah, I
Because
think that
it used
too.
to just be like a face-to-face thing, so when you got home at the end of the day, like, you were done, right? Like,
Yeah.
you could get a break. But now they've got Snapchat, they've got Facebook, they've got Instagram, they've got,
TikTok.
and yeah, TikTok. And so there's so many platforms, and these kids have completely their whole world is social, right? So, well, this bitch called me a slut on Snapchat. Who the fuck cares?
I will say that's a little different. Yeah, growing up, like, you got bullied in school. Bullying has been going on. I mean, my
Yeah,
parents
of
just learned
course.
you just learned to fight. That's just the way it was. You either got fight or you just were like, once I'm out of high school, this doesn't fucking matter. But once you got out of school and you got past the parking lot because if you promised somebody you'd fight, but once you got home,
It was done.
if you didn't want to deal with that, it wasn't there.
Right.
Like, you didn't have to, like, open up your phone and go to your personal Facebook and find out that 5 of those kids messaged you calling you a bitch or whatever.
But this is what blows my mind, right? So, like, if social media is the problem, get off fucking social media. Like,
I agree with Australia's law. You're not allowed to have social media unless you're
we need
16 or
something
under.
like that. I'm sorry,
I agree with
16
that
or
too.
over.
Oh,
Or 16 or
speaking
over,
of
yeah.
laws when it comes to, like, internet stuff, so you know that law that Arizona or I think it was a law, but about, pornography online, right?
Oh,
So,
yeah.
like, now, like, you guys cannot if you have an Arizona, uh, VPN or whatever the hell it is, you can't get onto pornography, like
Yeah.
Pornhub.
Oh,
Texas is the same way now.
is it?
Yeah, you have
Mhm.
to provide proof that you're 18 or
Oh,
older.
no,
So you have
you
to.
can't even no.
No.
No,
Here.
if you have a Texas VPN, if you go Amber told me about it, and I was like, "There's no way." So I tried it on my phone, and it specifically says that the
This
Texas
is
law states that you
Dear
per the
user, as you may know, your elected officials in Arizona are requiring us to verify your age before allowing you across access, to our website. While safety and compliance are the forefront of our mission, giving your ID card every time you want to visit an adult platform is not the most effective solution for protecting our users, and in fact will put children and your privacy at risk. In addition, mandating age verification without proper enforcement gives platforms the opportunity to choose whether or not to comply. As we've seen in other states, this just drives traffic to sites with far fewer safety measures in place. Very few sites are able to compare to the robust trust and safety measures we currently have in place to protect children and users' privacy. Any legislation must be enforced against all platforms offering adult content. The safety of our users is one of the biggest concerns. We believe that the best and most effective solution for protecting children and adults alike is to identify users by their users by their device and allow access to age-restricted materials and websites based on that identification. Until a real solution is offered, we have made difficult decision to completely disable access to our website in Arizona. Wow.
So Texas is not that severe. Texas, you have to go and make an account. I just looked at it again. You have to go and make an account with a Trust All's website or whatever, where like you have to make an account and upload your driver's license, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah,
Which I think
I
it should be across the board.
So just really quick, this is what's left of the squeaker that was in a Nook's toy.
Brewski does that. He takes all
I
of
was
them out.
trying to get it earlier, and he took off running. So
Okay. So just so you know, in order to show you what it actually says, I have to shut off my VPN. Because if you have a VPN, it completely bypasses that and you can go straight to the site.
Yeah, so you can do a VPN hop.
Yeah.
We used to do that overseas. There was a specific website where we could have a stateside VPN, even though we were overseas, so that we could get on to like Hulu, Netflix, shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that. I think like the 16 and up having social media. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Right now, where I live at, the ordinance that we live in, they're doing a huge rewrite of traffic laws because of electric bikes. To where now, like, if you are on an electric bike and you are not following roadway traffic, you can get a citation.
Good.
Yeah.
They do 30, 40 miles an hour. Some of them do
some
50.
of them, yeah. I think I was telling Amber when we were talking about it today, I was like, yo, like, I think with electric bikes, like, I think if you're under 16, it should be mandated that you have to wear a helmet. Like, I think 16 is an okay age where you should comprehend safety and consequences to where you can make good decisions. But I think anything below that and you're on an electric bike and you're out on the roadway and you don't have a helmet, citation.
So you'll notice when you come back here, one of the more popular things, because you used to remember all the kids would go, especially in our area where the desert's right there, they'd take their dirt bikes out back. Well, no, none of the kids have dirt bikes anymore. They have dirt bikes, but they're all electric dirt bikes now. And there's just a ton of them.
We also had the electric scooters, but the town wasn't making money on them because nobody wanted to use them.
Yep.
Yeah, that's big in like San Antonio, like down by the Riverwalk.
Yeah, the cities.
Makes sense. Yeah.
I think it's big in like Lake Havasu too.
Yeah.
But not here. They tried it, and they tried it for a while. Like it was available for a couple of years, I think. Hey.
Yeah. I think just I don't know. I think we need more kindness in the world. Like, just teach your kid to be nice, right? Teach your kid manners. Like my wife does it. She works she's a cafeteria manager, and she gets praise from like the teachers because her kids at the start of the year to now, like they have better manners in class because Amber requires that they have to have manners. They have to say please and thank you. They have to be disciplined in line and, so that everything operates properly and everything functions the way it's supposed to without delay because you only get so much time for lunch. But yeah, Amber, like at her work, she's got teachers and admin that'll come and thank her because she's doing such a great job with just discipline and manners.
That was my mom when my mom was a cafeteria lady. They knew who we were and they knew, like they knew that my mom was our mom, and they would tell her like, your kids are so well behaved and they're so respectful. Like, what are you doing? And she's like, they have rules, they have boundaries. I don't want to say that children are dogs, but essentially you have to treat them the same way. They need rules, boundaries, and limitations because otherwise you just have these little hooligans and heathens and shit that run around town shooting people, fucking sneaking drugs to school. Like, the biggest thing the hardest thing that I have right now is a lot of parents around here like don't check their kids' backpacks, and I never thought that I would be like one of those parents or one of those adults, period, that were like, hey, go through your kids' shit, like check your kids' shit, because like Damian and I were on our way to work, I think it was Monday morning, and there was something blinking in the middle of the road. And a couple of years ago, I watched a kid overdose from a fentanyl overdose in the hallways. She thought it was a regular weed pen, and she took a hit, started overdosing. And so Damian picked it up and was like, oh, it's a vape pen. Like, somebody's going to be really mad. And I was like, nope, here's a wet wipe. You need to wipe your hands down, like right now. Throw that, just get rid of it. And it's so like, be better. Stop peer pressuring your peers into doing dumb shit. Just because you do it, just because you feel cool or you feel some type of way about doing it, doesn't mean that everybody else needs to around you just to feel validated. Also, I think the other biggest thing that people have is they don't realize that everybody hits their milestones at different ages, right? Like I have, hey,
Hey!
stop.
He's decided that an hour and 55 minutes is enough.
Yep.
Sorry, he's chewing on our couches. Like,
okay, we gotta.
just do better. Like, everybody hits different milestones at different points in their life. Like, stop comparing your life to everybody else's because nobody's life is the same.
Yeah, and, like, I hate to say, like I don't wanna say, like, be a helicopter parent, but be a fucking helicopter parent.
Especially in today's world. Be a helicopter
Like,
parent. Go through
with
their phone. Go through their search history.
yeah, like, with cell phones and stuff, you have to go through everything
Yeah.
because there's so much stuff. Like, there's apps nowadays where it looks like a calculator, but it's not a calculator. You know?
And I think that if your kid gets caught messaging somebody, "Oh, you should go kill yourself because you're so ugly," I think that kid should do time.
Or you can
I think
report
we need
it.
to
You can report it. You can do it. It's just like it's just the same concept like, let's say your kid gets sent a inappropriate photo, right? Like your daughter gets sent a dick pic. You can take it and report it to the cops and they will go and charge them.
and
You
I think
just
it
have
needs
to
to go
report
back.
it.
I think it needs to go back. I think we need to bring back Scared Straight.
I don't know about scared straight. Oh, he opened the door again. I don't know about scared straight, but like I think parents just we have to do better. Like
Yeah.
my kids' phones, like if they sign a contract when they get their phone and it's got the rules and the consequences. And if you don't agree to it, you're not getting a phone.
My mom made it so that we had to put our phones up on the counter every night at like 9:00.
Yeah. Well, our
And they
kids
had to
use
have
them.
the
Our kids
they
use
had
them
to
for
have
alarm
the
clocks, but
well, they had we didn't. We had like an actual alarm clock, but they had to have access to all of our stuff, all of our socials, all of our like if
oh
our
yeah.
phone was password protected,
Oh yeah.
they had to have that passcode like
Oh yeah, we do all that with the girls' phone. Like I know their passcodes. If I want to go into their email, I know everything. If I
yeah.
want to go check their social media, I know everything. We have
Yep.
rules about like deleting messages. Like if I even think you're deleting messages, like messages don't match up of like what you're talking about, I'll be like, you deleted messages. Your phone's gone for a week.
Yeah.
Like and they sign a contract. Like they
Yeah.
sign a contract and it says like no deleting messages. Like if I ask you for your phone, you give your phone. If I
Yeah.
whatever, and it's got everything. And if they don't sign it, you're not getting a phone.
Yeah. Be a helicopter parent
Yeah, like
at the end of the day.
know when to be a helicopter parent and when not. Like that's, I
Yeah.
haven't been a parent for very long. We're hitting some milestones of our own, but like I've learned just that, like with technology, like you kind of have to be on top of it. Like
Yeah.
parental controls, kids are so smart with
Yeah.
technology nowadays that like parental controls don't always work.
Yep.
Go onto your kids' Google, go onto their TikTok, go onto their everything, and just one time check their fucking browser history.
Yeah, and if you don't
Check
know
their
how,
browser
ask somebody
history.
who does.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
we have our kids' stuff, so like anytime they download anything, we get notifications. We get emails telling us what they downloaded. So
Yeah.
like nothing is a secret. Like there's no secrets.
Yeah.
You want secrets? You can have secrets when you turn 18.
Yep.
And you pay for your
Exactly.
own phone.
Yep. Exactly.
But yeah.
This is the one that's causing so much trouble here.
Yeah, he's the baby.
So we're going through our terrible twos at the moment. We're into that raptor phase.
Yeah.
He's destroying everything.
But look at him. He's so
Because
pretty.
this is
Oh my God. Huh. It's okay. Some of them don't grow out of that. Our big dog, he's 8, 9, something like that. And he had a really nice, like, therapeutic bed in his kennel, right? Because they get put in the kennel when we all leave the house or whatever.
Yep.
And we had put him in the kennel so that we could, I think we were going out to dinner. So we weren't gone like an hour and a half, 2 hours at most, right? And we'd put him in the kennel and we came home and his fucking bed absolutely destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. There was fucking foam everywhere. And I was like, well, you're out of bed now. Now
Yeah, and
now when you get put in the kennel, you go In the kennel on the hardwood floor. Sorry.
Nanook had that too. We had to. Now
Nanook.
his kennel just has blankets in it.
Nanook.
Nook.
Oh, he'll chew blankets too. Like his.
Don't do that.
Nookie Cookie.
His blankets are like his because he doesn't like hard toys because he's getting older.
Mm-hmm.
So we get him a lot of fleshies, and he like tear them up.
She's not in the headphones.
And so blankets, he treats them like his stuffies, and so he will go and like chew and knead at them, and he'll end up ruining blankets. So we don't give him blankets anymore. And now he's getting to the point where he does it like when him and Brewski are roughhousing, he teaches Brewski to do that now. So the other day they were playing tug of war with a fucking blanket, and I was like, nope, negative.
What a turd.
All right, thank you everybody for showing up.
Yeah, tell your friends, tell your family. We are on YouTube, we are on TikTok, we are on Spotify, we are on iHeartRadio. Just look up same team, different jerseys.
Yep. Hide your wives, hide your sisters.
Yeah. Tell your dog, tell your cat that I said pss, pss, pss.
Tell your dog I said hi.
Yeah.
Go look them up. They've got merch. Great merch, cute merch.
Oh yeah, that's that company that you were talking about, right?
Yeah. Tell your dog I said hi, and it literally just, it's just a really cute, and they help pay for like strays and stuff that are found on the street. They help pay for their surgeries, the medications for life, like all of that. It's absolutely an amazing company. Absolutely. If you have the funds and you have the ability, go there and look it up.
I feel like we should reach out to them and see if we can get sponsored.
I'll do it.
I have 2 dogs, so I mean, we could be like, we use it for our dogs. You should let us advertise you on our Spotify and our YouTube channel.
I have a dog. I'll eventually have 2 dogs. So yeah.
Yeah, I have 2 dogs.
That's a no. Okay. All right. Bye.
All right. Bye guys. Have a good night.
Take it easy.